Welcome everyone, my name is Deeper Jungle and thank you for tuning in to another episode, and today I'm going to be doing a beginner's guide to buying a microphone and my tips that I learned. So without further ado, let's get started. Now one thing that I just want to say about this video, and that is this isn't for the hardcore microphone enthusiasts that know everything about microphones. This is really a guide for people that don't really know that much about microphones and maybe want to start like a podcast or a YouTube channel and they just don't know that much about microphones and they want to know what should I be doing when it comes to buying one. For this video, I'm not going to be recommending any specific microphones, just some guidelines that you're going to want to stay in when you're looking for a microphone. So yeah, let's get started with the first tip that I have, and that is don't buy a microphone just because it says studio quality. One thing is, and that is, if let's say you were to go on like Amazon or something like that, you would probably see a microphone that says like, oh, it's studio quality. Don't just buy a microphone because it says that. I was actually on Amazon and I found this like $15 microphone and it said it was studio quality, which honestly it really isn't, and I highly doubt that any person that has a studio and records things for it actually uses a $15 microphone. Yes, it was actually accurate if let's say you're buying like a $500 microphone or $200 or $300 one, then yes, probably some studios actually use that microphone to record like their audio, but what I'm basically saying is don't just buy a microphone just because it says studio quality. Now the next thing that I have, and that is try to buy with 3.5mm or USB microphones. The reason why, that's because there's really three different types of microphones, that is 3.5mm audio jack, USB, as well as XLR. Now I don't really know too much about these things, but USB is very easy to use. All you have to do is usually just plug it into the bottom of the microphone and then plug it into a computer. 3.5mm usually just comes in with the microphone and then you can just plug it into the computer. XLR not so much, and that is, I believe you have to have some like specific port, and really you won't just be able to bring in an XLR microphone and just plug it into your computer like you would with a USB or 3.5mm audio jack. And that's what come if let's say you're buying a microphone, I would recommend that you go for USB as well as 3.5mm. A lot of the times for more like high-end microphones, they go for USB over 3.5mm. For example, the microphone that I'm using to record this video is the Blue Snowball Ice. Most Blue products are actually USB microphones, as well as some of them, like for example the Rode Podcaster, the Audio-Technica AT2020, as well as the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB Plus microphones are USB, and that's how come I would recommend them, just because they're easy to use. And yeah, that's how come I would recommend a USB or 3.5mm audio microphone over an XLR. But if let's say you do have the capabilities to run an XLR microphone, then yes, you might want to go and buy one of those, because I believe that more like high-end studio microphones, they do use XLR over USB. But yeah, if let's say for a general rule of thumb, oh, I'm sorry if you actually hear a train in the background, and I actually find that pretty neat, but sorry if you hear a train noise in the background. But just for a general rule of thumb, try to go and buy a microphone that is either USB or 3.5mm audio jack. And that's really it for my second tip. Now let's move on into my third as well as my final one. And for my third and final tip, I would recommend that you buy from more well-known brands. For example, Blue, Audio-Technica, as well as Samsung. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything inherently wrong from microphones that aren't made by big companies, and that's just, it's a lot more reliable to buy from big companies. For example, if let's say you're to buy a Blue Snowball Ice, you know exactly what you're getting into. You don't need to worry about, oh, is this audio failure 2496, and you have to be searching on the internet to go and find out what's this problem and how do I fix it. Now, let's say for example, if you're to buy like a Blue Snowball, you know exactly what you're getting into, and you know that yes, this product is probably going to work, and you know if let's say it doesn't, you can go and fix it, or you can just send it back and get a newer one. You don't have to worry about it being like a scam, or you don't have to worry about it being a cheap Chinese knockoff, and that's really why I would recommend that you buy from more popular brands such as Blue or Audio-Technica or Samsung. And yeah, another thing that I just want to say, and that is it's easier to find more attachments for them. For example, if let's say you want to get a scissor arm, which is basically you attach a microphone to like this arm where you can go and like pull it down and move it around to adjust the microphone. It's a lot easier to find that because let's say for example you have a Blue Snowball or Audio-Technica. Those are really like made for those types of products, and that's how come I would just recommend buying more from like Blue or Audio-Technica or Samsung. That's just because you know where you're going to be getting into, and you don't need to worry about like brand failure, or if let's say there is a problem, it's a lot easier to find out how to fix the problem. And yeah, that's what I want to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. So I hope you enjoyed the video and have a great